Dude, I'm still thinking about Lieutenant Surge. I'm gonna be honest. No, you never flash that. Because your auto attack's on cooldown, right? So you auto attack there, your auto attack is now off cooldown. Or maybe like now, but he's out of range. But no, that was good. But yeah, like, the cursor is fucking just way too big, mate. You auto-attacking this is like a really big mistake. So, when he gets back to lane on like... Okay, using your pot is correct, but like, why auto-attack like this? I mean, I guess you want level 2 first, but you're going to have such an advantage with the wave anyway. And he's going to get back to lane in like the next maybe 15 to 20 seconds. And what you're doing is like pushing like this means you're going to have to play the wave around here instead of the next wave here, which is where it will stack, right? So what you do here with the 2 minion waves, like, I think is maybe fine. Where is he, by the way? But you never hard push. Even though, like, you're maybe half HP, you never just push like this. You just last hit, stack. And even if he gets back to lane, you have full fury and, like, 5 minions, you know, like, as a surplus or whatever. So, like, just relax. You don't have to fucking push it like this. Yeah? Makes sense, Kai? So again, this could have been like maybe even another stack, and where you are right now, the cannon wave would be at. And then that's the wave you crash. Because right here, like when you fucking hard push, like what are you going to buy? A refill? Like, and now you're just going to stay in lane. So hard pushing is doing him a massive favor. Like, massive favor. He's so happy. This next wave should be coming out to where you are right now. That's the one you hard push and crash, and then you can get like a longsword or whatever else. So just because, like, they're not in lane, it doesn't mean, like, you just fucking hit the wave non-stop. Right. Your 1 minion off your Fury there. Auto-attack a minion, and then you Q. Your 2 autos, sorry. I thought you were on 45. So your 2 autos off. You're keeping Fury for your W. I mean... Yeah, I guess that's, like, maybe a good point, actually. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just like, that Q there, like... I don't even know if I like the Q, to be honest, because... His bone plating has been procced. Yeah, like, it's a little bit of chip damage now, but... I guess he can't fucking all-in you. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. But yeah, now you don't have it for that, right? So, like, that little trade there, you can, like, Q him when he E's out. So if you were quicker there, you could just, like, save your first part of your E, so you walk up, you just W him. Like, you don't even need to E here. Like, look where you are. So you hit 3 off that minion. You should be hitting 3, like, on that minion, right? Where was it? Here? If that's a minion you hit 3 off, do you want to hit 3 there, there, or there? Whereabouts in that circle? Down here, right? So when he actually runs up like that, I mean, it's still kind of okay you hitting it here, because you might bait him to do what he does, but he's retarded for doing it. Yeah, just being, like, beyond the minion, you're going to hit level 2 or 3 off, and you have the advantage. Like, it's just better, right? Because you're closer to him. So as soon as you hit fucking 3, bang on his head. Thanks for following, Luke. Doesn't matter, though. Like, there's no reason. Like, you don't know how this guy is going to play, right? You just have to play optimally. Which means, like, finding the best kind of play, given the information you have. The information we have is that you're going to hit level 3 off that minion, so we should be hitting it as close to Tryndamere as possible. What he does after that, like, he'd still probably do exactly the same thing. When you do that as well, like, you might move up here, he just starts auto-attacking you. Yeah, and as soon as he starts auto-attacking you, like right now, sometimes this goes blurry. Why you E, I have no idea. I think you just panic. Like, you're like, shit, I'm going to hit 3, and you've got, like, a premeditated kind of idea in your head. This is what Rival does on Riven as well. He's really premeditated. What I mean is, like, he'll be, okay, when I hit level 2 or level 3, I have to do this fucking combo where I go E, W, Q, etc. But you don't. You should always just react to what's in front of you, and, like, mechanically, you just play live. If this Tryndamere is right here, he's done the job for you. He's in melee range already. You can fucking destroy him at this point. You can W, if you're fucking really quick, you can just auto W him, which would be like that. You can E through him at that point because he's stunned right here. Then you fucking E through, so you're behind him. You auto attack and you just save your final E for when he E flashes or something. Well, he doesn't have flash, right? So he's fucked. You can actually just kill him right here. But for some reason, yeah. I mean, I think that's the reason, right? You hit 3 and you're like, oh my god, I just hit level 3. Let's fucking go. Let's level my E and I've got to do this. E through him. But if he's, you know... If he's in, like, melee range of you, you don't have to do any gap closing at all. You don't have to dash. I think you could have maybe E auto-attacked and then flash out afterwards. So that E, like maybe E auto and then flash back down here. I don't think the tower would kill you. I would have gone for it, to be honest, because, like, he loses more. Nice. That was a really good flash. Again, this E placement is kind of weird. So that E is fine. Okay, that E is fine. Look at your cursor, though, man. It's so fucking big. You don't even know where you're going. Like, you could go fucking anywhere in this direction. That's what it looks like to me. If it's more precise and you put, like, your cursor here, it's like you have to go there. If you put your cursor there, you go there. Cursor, like, here, fucking there. Look at the size of it, bro. So, yeah, this E, you can go, like, more like this. More laterally, yeah? You just kind of go, like, up and down a little bit. So, yeah, you don't have to E that far back, right? Does your E go a fixed distance, by the way? So, if that's your E, like, range, can you go here? Or do you have to go here all the time? So, it's like that. That's terrible, but you know what I mean? It's fixed? Okay. So, that's why it's even more important to do it, though, right? So, like, if you E back or E like that, you have to take that one. Because you give yourself a chance at killing him. If he Qs in, I still don't think he kills you. You can just, like, auto-attack him, right? Now, obviously, here, you fucking hard push. This makes sense. This is obvious. Ping this guy that you want to dive him before it even happens, right? So, like, if he's going to stay like this, yeah? I guess you kind of don't know because now he shows. So I guess it's fine. But if you think he's going to stay, just ping it anyway for Nunu. You need to recall ace that. Yeah, that's good. So staying there, I guess, is fine because of Kane. But even now, like, I think you could have just stomped lane and won the game, to be honest. Even in, like, the first 2-3 levels, just by doing what we said. Q, I guess, is fine. Yeah, it's whatever. Can't you just, like, trade with him, though? Like, straight away? Because, like, the reason you wouldn't trade with him here is if you were, like, kind of scared of getting dove, I guess. Because you always win the 1v1, right? Like, you just got a pickaxe. He's got D shield on a longsword. And you can quickly get out of your E. Even though he has his E, if you run up close enough to him, right, you can get 2 dashes. So I think, like, there's no way of him retaliating. So in this trade right here, like, when he runs up, save your Q, auto-attack W him again. Auto-attack W, and then you can, like, Q, auto-attack, yeah? And then, because you're on top of him still, you're like, here, you can just E. If he E's, you just E like that, further away. So it's, like, always the same trade here, right? It's always just Qing, yeah, another Q, and it's like, we have to rely on this guy to fucking... into bone plating? It doesn't matter if he has bone plating, though. Like, yeah, you proc the bone plating here, but we're not going to hit him again for, like, another 20 seconds, right? Because we have to deal with this wave. So fuck the bone plating. This guy has D shield and a longsword. Yeah, you have your bone plating as well, right? Are you stronger than him? Of course you are in a 1v1. Even with the minions here, like, these might do 50 to 100 damage, but you do way more than that to him. So I'd just say, again, he's just closing this gap for you. You just auto-attack. You see this combo, right? You auto-attack, you W. You can like maybe Q, you can auto attack, whatever you want to do after this, and then you just E out. And you save your second E for when he fucking goes nuts. Then you can E like that towards the wall. He can't do anything. And now you don't have the Q, right, when he jumps on you. You're just like using your Q for poke. I think you like just holding your Q is so much better. And yeah, if you're gonna do this, like don't give him a chance to damage you for free here, right? You want to stay healthy. Again, like this is why I said you wouldn't want to trade with him if you were scared of getting dove. But no way Kane is top. He's gonna path to his Krugs here at a base because he was just topside, right? He's gonna like cleared his camp's top. So he's going to go to his Krugs. Okay? Even diving you, like there's no way he pulls it off anyway. So just trade with this guy with all your abilities up. What do you think Tryndamere wants you to do? Like poke him with your Q, which doesn't do like that much damage, or to like save your abilities and pressure him in like, you know, a full combo, which is going to get him to like 200, 300 HP. Even without your Fury. Like, I think you just fucking dumpster him here, and there's no way for him to like retaliate. Maybe like a couple of auto attacks, but you're so close with 2 E's from here to here to the tower. Like maybe here to here, he might get like 1 or 2 autos in, if that. Like, who cares about it? So yeah, in other games, when you do that, there is a big danger of you getting dove. Because you just took like free damage for no reason. So if you're gonna play like a pussy, you just stand back and preserve your HP. It doesn't mean you just take free damage for no reason by letting him like E onto you. In my eyes, like you want him to do that. If you have all your abilities, but you're using your abilities like one by one. So you use your Q, then you W him, and then you might E at the end. You want to be using all of them together, right? Shoving this wave is, yeah, like there's no reason for it. So why shove? Do you have a back timer? Has Tryndamere died? I mean, like, none of those things, right? So in terms of auto attacking again here, it's just a waste. Keep the wave here. It's in such a good position for you. Such a good position, and for some reason we're just like, nah, I'm going to auto attack it. The only reason you would auto attack it here is because you think you can dive him. Can you dive him? No, because Nunu's bot side and Annie's, you know, level 4 and still mid. So yeah, again, this wave management. You dive, I think, but with who? Who do you dive with? Like on your own? Like there's no... like that's not even how you fucking do the wave for a dive either. So you're telling me... I'm not saying you are, but it sounds like you're telling me that you push this wave and auto tactic like that, which still is wrong, to dive this guy because you want to dive him on full HP. So diving him under his tower, you would prefer that than just like trading him here with no tower aggro. If you want to dive him, you just stack waves. So again, you just last hit, you last hit, you last hit, then you crash. The wave will be fucking like that. That's when you can potentially dive him. See, look at the wave you have. You have 3 extra minions from that just because you hard push, right? So your wave, like your crashing wave, is +3, which is fucking pin. You can have this like +10 at least. But let's see what happens. So this is really good. I like what you're doing. He doesn't auto attack you, which is actually smart. This guy's a smurf. Yeah, again, that Q just like releases pressure, right? Like, why Q? There's no point. And there's no dive here. Like, there's no way you dive him, right? Like, fuck. Oh, look at him. See, look at that trade. That is the fucking trade you can do at level 3. Or level 4 over here. That's exactly the same thing. And look at his health. Next time you do it, you kill him. But yeah, this wave management is just like massive autopilot. Like, you see the minions and you're like, yeah, let's just auto attack. Yeah? There's no point. Even if he recalled, bro, like, do you think the Tryndamere wants the wave to happen? Or to be like it was? Or do you think he wants the wave? Because he's going to miss minions as well if you do it. The longer you keep it over here just by last hitting, the more minions he's going to miss. The more XP advantage you're going to have. You might even be level 6 when you crash. You know that. Like, 2 more waves will be that, because I think one of them will be a cannon. You'll hit level 6, and then you can dive him. Because the 6th wave is the cannon wave. The second one, you'll hit 6 off that. He'll still be level 4 if you zone him correctly. Like, if you're stacking a wave, let's say the wave is stacked here, you can legit just stand beyond the wave, like in these areas. Providing, of course, you know, you don't get ganked. Can you see that? So a dive, yeah, maybe you can dive him, but you have to stack. So you auto-attacking like this and queuing the wave and whatever else is such a waste. Like, you have so much, like, potential here to fuck him over. But you do him a massive favor by pushing the minions towards him, saying, here you go, bro. We'll trade waves. Nah. So look at your level now, right? You could have got, like, an extra wave at least, and you would have been level 6 off the next wave. You see? This wave right here should still be, like, near the middle of the lane. You might even, like, have to stack one more. And by the time you're stacked, you're level 6. This guy's probably still level 4. Just from all that. That's when you can dive. And I wish it happened, to be honest, because, like, these decisions you make, bro, are what make or break the lane with the wave. Like, right here, this picture, knowing what we know now, yeah? And the situation that could arise if you just lasted in the slow push, you're level 6, he's still level 4, you might dive in, whatever. Knowing that's the situation, okay? But instead, we get this situation where nothing fucking happens because of that decision a minute ago. Just to, like, push for no reason. Yeah? You don't have to base. There's no dive on, okay? I mean, maybe there is in the future, but right now, that dive is still going to come about if we just last hit. That's it. So that's all you do. You doing this is really good. But again, like, that Q is just... Like, just don't waste it. Because you never know. If he does that too... Like, bro, this fucking guy, right? Knowing your Q is on cooldown now, goes on you after. Like, goes on... Like, that's fucking 6-7 seconds after you use your Q. Obviously, it's going to be back up because you're maxing that first. Why would he not go on you when your Q is on cooldown? And you'd probably lose the trade. Like, why not go on you here once the minions are here? Like, that auto attack, just ease through that minion, even giving up a couple of CS to, like, damage you, I think it's worth. And you don't have your Q, right? So, like, if he does that and you don't have your Q, yeah. It's a much more, like, even trade just because you're using it for no reason. You're not a Syndra in mid lane, where you actually poke with your Q. That's how you're playing Renekton. Like a poke kind of harassed champion. What's going on, Qua? What I should do, by the way, one sec, just in case this goes on the tube, is that. Okay, there we go. That might help. So you dive him here. Let me just watch this again. That's a situation that you could have had, though, a lot cleaner, right? Like, however many seconds ago. So thankfully, the Tryndamere runs it down. But you gave him, like, you know, a wave or two of free XP, yeah? So that wave he would not have got if you slow pushed. Instead he does, and maybe in another game, like, it changes. Maybe it means something. In this game, you're fucking lucky. But against, like, the top players, you're not going to be lucky. And him doing that is just, like, fucking really whack. But look at that. When you have all your abilities, look at the pressure you have. He can't do anything. That was clean. Very nice. I would definitely stay and shove. Yeah, no reason to beat. Get in the middle. Okay, you don't need to auto-attack that one. That one's already dead to your Q. Auto-attack this one. Stand near the fucking minions so you get them with your AoE. Do you actually get the plate here? It's going to be very close. I don't think you do, right? Yeah, no. So you just say, like, just auto-attack this maybe twice more so it's on, like, that HP, what it is now. Even lower than that. And you get the tower, yeah? But I like the recall, though. It's really good. Just make sure if you're going to auto-attack the tower, like, 2 times to get that 160 gold. You don't want, like, those 2 auto-attacks to mean nothing. Dude, I lost to Lieutenant Surge 2 times in a fucking row. Unreal, bro. I don't know if I like this buy. If I were you, I would just go... I mean, why not just get the axe? Like, how much power does that give you? What you could even do to be really toxic here is to go plated steel caps, because boots in the early game, if you can buy them, like, straight up, so you have 1300 here. If you get steel caps into a Tryndamere, yeah, Felix is good against Kayn, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck can they do? So you can get steel caps, refill, control ward, you run down here, control with this or control with that, depending on the wave, and what Tryndamere does. And there's zero counterplay for him at that point. Getting a Kindle gem, like, 200 health, fuck the health. Ability haste, yeah, is nice, but it's only 10, right? That's like maybe 8-9% CDR. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but I reckon we can do better. So I think plated steel caps here would just fucking destroy the lane. You have the damage you need with this, yeah, and you've got a massive lead. I think steel caps just like seals the deal. Up against Man U, mate. Look at that. Makes sense, Kai? Can you see this? I think it would be a much better buy than you just spending like 300 gold on boots, because you can actually get steel caps in one go here. I think it's a lot better than just getting Kindle gem and then boots. It's like you get the boots, done. Fucking big tick in that box. Now you can get like your half-bound, what is it? Half-bound X? Is that what it's called? Or Kindle gem, whatever it is. You can work towards those next. When you're running back to lane, it's just important to like look at the lane. So as you're running back, I know you look at Kayn here, look at your lane. So whether you do it or not, okay, so you do it now, which is good, but you don't really have to be looking at you. So it's still fine. You know what I mean? Like it's not a fucking... How many times do I say you know what I mean, by the way? I checked like some of my coaching sessions. I say it all the fucking time. Yeah, you scoreboarding is good, like getting an understanding of what's going on. Really good. You've got a CS lead, very nice. And the levels around the map. That's good. Yeah, first thing I want you doing is like understanding what's happening with this wave. So again, you do exactly the same thing. Why push? Why push this? Like he has an excess of minions here. If that minion survived, by the way, as well, that would have been so fucking nice. Again, just randomly auto-attacking minions for no reason. He's missing. He has Ghost and Flash. You would only hard push this if you see him bot here, but you don't. Bro, I would be screaming in a live game to just slow it down. Yeah, just queue the whole thing. Yeah, just push it under Tryndamere. Like, what are we going to do after this wave is pushed in? What's our play? To dive him? No. Because we don't have our ult or ignite? Too risky. I mean, maybe you can trade with him and you, like, double E out. There he is. Yeah, now we don't have our E. So we take a fucking really pointless trade for no reason. Don't have our ultimate. You can do this after the wave, right? Imagine if you stack for like 30 seconds here. So you just last hit. Right, that's last hit. That's last hit. This wave is going to crash or collide around here. You just last hit this one. The waves are very close to being even. So it's going to push really slowly, which is good for you. Keeps the wave out longer, right, for Tryndamere. This wave, you're just last hitting. I reckon the next wave would honestly collide where you are right now, if that. And then that's when you can hard push. You hard push with such a big wave, and then you can trade with Tryndamere. That might even be like 30 seconds down the line where you have your ultimate at that point, and he's still level 5. You see the difference? Instead of doing it now, like, you don't have your ultimate, you... Again, when you're trading with him, bro, without your ult, for some reason, like, you're using a cooldown for no reason beforehand. So when you do actually trade with him, even though you might be stronger, right? You're trading with him when it's 2v3 in terms of cooldowns. And yeah, just because of this, you're now really susceptible to fucking getting ganked because you're just perma-shoving. And this is kind of like what get you killed. Even if Kayn and like you're, you know, really strong, you don't have your ultimate here. So if you crash, like I said, you have your ultimate and you can easily 1v2. Now you don't. So you open yourself up to like other players, even though this Kayn might not be fed. It's like, if you're not strong enough to 1v2, it's just fucking, like, not worth the risk at all, right? And we give up, like, a really important, like, death for this. So it's important what you said, like, you could carry harder. Absolutely. Like, obviously you can. And whatever your teammates do, like, who gives a fuck? Look at that Tryndamere go. Yeah? So that def was honestly fucking game changing. I think if you play this lane like we kind of talk about, and yeah, this is already Eagz, right? See, now you have to go cloth armor. Look how shit this looks. Boots and cloth armor here, where you can just get steel caps straight up. And now you've like saved a, it just looks clean. Steel caps, whip, refill. You've got 2 item slots here, maybe like a control wood. You put that control wood down. Yes. What is Tryndamere going to do? How does he speed up the game? You see like how impactful it can be though, right? Like maybe I can find a game of like someone doing it in like high elo, and you just see how fucking Eagz it is. Like there's a reason why in top lane anyway, if you have a lead and you freeze the wave or like you just slow push it, whatever it is, either one, it's fucking impossible for the enemy champion to do anything. Your lead just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you hard push non-stop, you open yourselves up to like ganks, yeah, and other champions like TF going top even if Nunu goes there and backs you up, who gives a fuck? What's the point? So if Tryndamere runs around the map and he ganks mid, what the fuck is he going to do? You're going to W them? Put a chicken above their head? That's it. Nothing happens. He goes bot. What does he do? Level 4? Imagine if those plays don't work. Just because he can like roam around the map, so can you. And if he does roam around the map, there's a very high chance those plays don't work because he's so far behind already. And if they don't work, he's going to be fucking like 10 levels down, bro. So he has to go back to lane. Yeah? So that def was just, yeah, huge. And you typing like, stop sitting bot, Nunu? What the fuck does that even mean? Stop sitting bot. Why does that even matter there? Like in my eyes, like the last, it might sound toxic, but like the last person who should be typing is you. Like after you die, you don't blame the fucking Nunu. Maybe he should have killed him, but he got Tryndamere's flash, and yeah. Exactly the same thing again. We get back to the wave, and for whatever reason, we just want to auto-attack and test out Renekton's fucking, loosen him up a bit. He does not need loosening up. Now this next wave is going to be under his tower. We have to farm under his tower again. And you're doing this because you're scared of Tryndamere. You want to get... So this is what I mean, bro, right? If Nunu goes top for the tower, which he should, you're right. You should even, like, call this here, though. So when you know Nunu is doing Rift Herald, look at Nunu, by the way. You want to know, like, how healthy he is, even though you can see it here. Just useful to look at him, I think. It's a good habit to get into. If Tryndamere does get back to lane, which he will, if you just stack, and again, your wave is massive like this, Nunu can dive him a lot easier. Otherwise, like your minions, he might thin the wave out, so then you end up tanking tower. It's just a lot cleaner. Takes all the risk out of it by doing that. And you're still looking to fucking type. That Q, like, why even do it? I mean, I guess you get Fury from it, but you'd get Fury anyway from just, like, auto-attacking him, no? You got 47, just auto-attack W, Q, E out, double E. You do the same combo, you kill him. He doesn't have his ultimate, right? Or does he have his ult? I actually don't know Tryndamere's ult, that's really important. Yeah, okay, if you kill him here, it's good. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I guess it's actually good, bro. Nah, you're definitely right here. That's actually really smart. But in the other cases, like, where you can't dive, I think you're just better off doing that combo that I just said, where you auto-attack W, and you Q, and you just double E out. That's it. But that was actually really smart. What you did there was perfect. But I'm saying, like, it would be so much easier. Tryndamere is going to lose more, by the way. So you see these minions here under the tower, the blue ones? He misses pretty much all of them. And you'll be like 3-4 levels up. He will miss all these minions if you do what I say. With the wave. If you just slow push. So you'll probably be like, maybe even a level up, because you're getting more minions at this point. Because his minions are coming out further in the lane. And he's getting less. If that makes sense. So even though this looks good, if we can do it better, that's all we care about. So it's really important to know, like, your stride breaker value here, or whatever you're going. which I don't actually know what it is. Half bound X is 1100, right? So I'm guessing you need a little bit more, 1400. Yeah, okay. This is all worth. You have to be careful here at TF, obviously. God, my fucking left testicle just went nuts. If you know this guy's inting, don't even go down to him because you don't have his ultimate. So as soon as you see this, like, I'd just be thinking about backing, that's it. So just, like, put a wall down in that brush and then just recall, like, behind this wall here.